Title: I found a pregnancy test in the trash, but I'd secretly got a vasectomy. The next day, I overheard my wife talking to her mom. Of course I'll tell him it's his. I did this with the first child. He didn't notice. Start: I found the pregnancy test in the trash, wedged between tissues and a crumpled grocery receipt. 2 pink lines. For a full minute I just stared. Not in shock, not even disbelief, just stillness. Because I'd had a vasectomy 18 months ago. Quietly. I remember walking out of that clinic, the weight of exhaustion heavier than anesthesia. I told her I wasn't ready for another child. She cried, said I was distant, that I didn't love her anymore. I smiled through it. The truth was simpler. I just didn't trust her anymore. That day, staring at those pink lines, that old suspicion came crawling back. The faint smell of her perfume on late-night shirts that weren't mine. The sudden girls' trips. The way her eyes darted when I asked small questions. I'd chosen peace back then, but peace built on deceit always collapses. The next morning I got my answer, without asking a single question. She was in the kitchen, phone to her ear. I was halfway down the hall, coffee in hand. Her voice was low, almost tender. "Of course I'll tell him it's his," she said, laughing softly. "I did this with the first child too. He didn't notice then. He won't notice now. My lover isn't ready for kids." The coffee went cold in my hand. My pulse didn't spike. My jaw didn't clench. I just stopped breathing for a second. Then I set the cup down on the counter, turned quietly, and walked out. In that moment, I realized something important. Silence is the purest weapon. That day, she went to work like nothing happened. I didn't confront her. I didn't rage or demand. Instead, I began to move like a shadow. I started with logistics. I withdrew half our savings, the part she didn't know about. Booked a serviced apartment under a friend's name. Canceled joint credit cards. Closed my personal one. Then I gathered proof. Her messages were synced to our tablet. She'd forgotten that little detail. I saw everything. The hotel receipts, the private pictures, the messages signed with heart emojis, and that nauseating nickname, My Forever. Her lover was married too. A dentist. 2 kids. I scrolled through his family photos, his perfect life, and almost pitied him. Almost. I printed everything. A quiet archive of truth. Evidence, time-stamped and clean. By evening, I'd packed. Just essentials, a duffel bag, documents, my son's photos, the one I now wasn't sure was mine. The walls of our home felt like paper now, thin, empty, every memory echoing with someone else's fingerprints. Before I left, I took the pregnancy test, sealed it in a Ziploc, and wrote on a note, "You'll need this for the next lie." Then I slipped the test and copies of her messages into an anonymous envelope, addressed it to her lover's wife. The next day, I was gone. No note, no scene, just silence. By evening, my phone rang. Unknown number. I knew who it was before I picked up. A woman's voice, calm but trembling underneath. "I got your package," she said. "I'm his wife." I didn't speak. "There's one more thing you should know." Her breath hitched. "Your wife isn't the only one he's been seeing. There are others. He records them. All of them." My fingers tightened around the phone. "Records?" I asked. "Yes," she said, voice breaking. "I found the files. Yours is in there too. A hidden camera in a hotel room. He filmed them together. I thought you should know." That was the moment everything sharpened. Betrayal had layers, and I was only peeling the first one. I met the wife 2 days later in a quiet cafe. She looked exhausted but fierce, the kind of woman who'd finally decided to burn the bridge behind her. We compared evidence. She gave me copies of the videos. In one of them, my wife laughed. The same laugh she once gave me in bed, in the same tone, the same rhythm. Only this time, it was hollow. I didn't cry, didn't even feel anger, just calculation. Because now, the chessboard was clear. I began phase 2. The dentist, the lover, had a spotless reputation. A family practice built on trust and integrity. I sent the videos to his professional board anonymously. The kind of evidence that destroys reputations. The kind that can't be erased. Then came her turn. Her company prided itself on image, family-oriented branding, community campaigns, mothers first. I sent them the same footage, just one clip, enough to light the match. Within 48 hours, her job was gone. His clinic shut down pending investigation. His wife filed for divorce. And me? I watched from the quiet safety of a new apartment, sipping black coffee, finally tasting peace. She called me eventually. Dozens of missed calls. Then one message. "How could you do this to me?" I laughed, out loud. The irony almost poetic. I didn't reply. But I did record one final video. My face calm, my voice steady. "I didn't destroy you," I said. "You just ran out of people to lie to." I uploaded it to a private drive and left the link in her inbox. No threats, no insults, just truth, documented and archived. Weeks passed. My lawyer confirmed the DNA results. Neither child was mine, not one. I read the report twice, then folded it neatly, slid it into an envelope, and mailed it to her parents' house. No note attached. Some truths don't need narration. I thought I'd feel hollow, but I didn't. What I felt was balance. Sometimes revenge isn't about noise. It's about letting the weight of their lies crush them in silence. People like her, they feed on the assumption that love makes you blind. What they forget is that blindness can be cured with time and distance. The night before I left for good, I drove past our old house. Lights off, curtains drawn. A car I didn't recognize in the driveway. I didn't stop, didn't need to. That chapter was already ashes. Now, when I look back, I realize I never really lost her. You can't lose something that was never yours to begin with. I just reclaimed myself. And sometimes, that's the most perfect revenge of all.